Now, few questions I have given you. Let's discuss those questions. Question number 12. An object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. So first you will write which mirror is that. This is a convex mirror. Okay. Then it is given that object is placed at 10 centimeters. The object distance is 10 centimeters. We are always placing the object to the left of the mirror. So the object distance according to the sign convention will be minus 10 centimeter. Focal length is 15 centimeter. As we know that it is a convex mirror, its focal length is plus 15 centimeter. Now here you have to find out the position and nature of the image. Position of the image means the V distance and the nature of the image. Okay, as U and F are given, so we use the mirror formula, which is 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V plus 1 by U. So 1 upon V is equal to 1 upon F minus 1 by U. Now substitute the values. Focal length is 15 centimeters minus U distance is minus 10 centimeter. So here it is minus 10, so it becomes 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 is 1 upon V. Okay, take the LCM, simplify it, and this will be 1 upon V. V will be reciprocal of it. On solving it, you get V to be 6 centimeters. So the object, the image distance is 6 centimeters. You are getting in positive, it means the image is formed behind the mirror. So the image distance is 6 centimeters. Now you have to find out the nature of the image. Now see which mirror is it? It is a convex mirror. And we know that convex mirror always forms virtual and erect image. So what is the nature of the image? The nature of the image is virtual and erect image. Okay, a convex mirror always forms virtual and erect image which is diminished and behind the mirror. So the nature of the image is virtual and erect. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Question number 13 is the magnification produced by a plane mirror is plus 1. The magnification by a plane mirror is plus 1. What does it mean? Okay, now there are two things here. Positive sign. What is the positive sign indicating? We know that the magnification is positive. It means we have already discussed the images virtual and erect. So what is this positive sign indicating? That the image is virtual and erect image. So the positive sign indicates that the image is virtual and erect. Next is 1. The magnitude is 1. What is this 1 indicating? We know that magnification is height of the image to the height of the object. And if this is 1, it means the height of the image is equal to height of the object. So what does it indicate? That the size of the image is equal to the size of the object. So here the positive sign indicates that the image is virtual and erect, and the magnitude 1 is indicating that the height of the image is equal to the height of the object, or you may say the size of the image is equal to size of the object. Then let's proceed to the next question. Question number 14. In question number 14, first we'll write the mirror. Which mirror is it? An object 5 centimeter is placed at a distance of 20 centimeters in front of a convex mirror. Again, this mirror is convex mirror. So first write down convex mirror. Okay, because the focal length and everything, convex mirror means its focal length will be positive. An object 5 centimeters in length. 5 centimeters is the height of the object. So the height of the object is given as 5 centimeters. And we are placing the object above the principal axis. So this centimeters. Is placed at a distance of 20 centimeters in front of convex mirror. The object distance is 20 centimeters. Okay, as we know that the object distance is always negative. Why? Because we are always placing the object to the left of the mirror, that is pole to the optical center, pole to the object. We are moving along minus x-axis. So the object distance is always negative. Of radius of curvature 30 centimeter. The radius of curvature is given as 30 centimeter. Okay, in case of a convex mirror, the radius of curvature we define from pole to the center of curvature. Okay, this we are measuring the distances from pole and moving towards plus x-axis. So the radius of curvature is plus 30 centimeter. And we know that the focal length is half of radius of curvature. Focal length is half of, so it is plus 15 centimeters. So these are the quantities given. Now you have to find out the position of the image, nature and its size. Position of the image means you have to find out v distance, nature and size of the image. Size means the height of the image. So here you have to find out the height of the image. Okay, in order to find out v, f is given, u is given. Which formula will you use? Mirror formula. And the mirror formula is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v plus 1 by u. So 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon f minus 1 by u. Now put the values. 1 by v will be equal to 1 upon 15 minus u here is minus 20. That is, it becomes 1 upon 15 plus 1 by 20. Okay, simplify it, take the LCM and then you will get 1 upon v. Reciprocate it, that is, this is 1 upon v, v will be the reciprocal of it, and when you solve it, you will get v distance to be 8.6 centimeters. So the image is formed 8.6 centimeters where? Behind the mirror. Why? Because it is a convex mirror. A convex mirror always forms virtual and erect image, and virtual and erect images are always formed behind the mirror. So the image distance is 8.6 centimeters behind the mirror. Okay, also you have to find out the nature and the height of the image. First, let's find out the height of the image. Okay, we know that magnification is given by hi upon ho, height of the image to the height of the object, which is also equal to minus v by u. Ho is given, v is given, u is given. So you can find out the height of the image. So height of the image will be equal to, put the values, v here is 8.6. U here is minus 20 into HO, cross multiply, HO here is 5. Simplify it, you will get the height of the image to be, on solving it, you get it 2.2 centimeter. So the height of the image is 2.2 centimeter. Okay, now the height of the image is positive. What does it mean? The image is formed above the principal axis. Okay, it's not an inverted image, it is an erect image. If hi is negative, it means it is an inverted image. But here, hi is coming positive, it means it is erect image. Okay, so what is the nature of the image? Erect images are virtual. So what is the nature of the image? The nature of the image is virtual and erect image. So the image is virtual and erect. Okay, then we move to the next question. Question number 15. An object of size 7 centimeters is placed at 27 centimeters in front of a concave mirror. So first we will write down which mirror is concave mirror. Okay, for a concave mirror, what is the focal length? Focal length will be negative. An object of size 7 centimeter. Object of size 7 centimeters. It means what it is? It is the height of the object, which is 7 centimeters. Is placed at 27 centimeters in front of a concave mirror. What is this 27 centimeters? This is the object distance, and as it is placed, we are always placing the object to the left. So the object distance will be minus 27 centimeters. Focal length is 18 centimeter. Now see here, that is why we write the mirror. Which mirror is it? Why? Because the focal length of a concave mirror is negative. So the focal length is minus 18 centimeter. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed? Wherever we are placing the screen, we are obtaining the image over there. So the distance from the pole to the screen is what? The image distance. That is, we have to find out the image distance and also the size and nature of the image. Size, that is HI, and nature of the image. Okay, so these are the three things which we have to find out. Now, in order to find out this B distance, F and U are given. So, which formula? Mirror formula. And the mirror formula is 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon B plus 1 by U. So, 1 upon B is equal to 1 by F minus 1 by U. Put the values. Focal length is minus 18 and U distance is minus 27. So this minus into minus, it becomes plus. Minus 1 by 18 plus 1 by 27 is 1 upon B. Take the LCM, simplify it. That will be 1 upon B. So B will be reciprocal of it. On simplifying it, you get B to be 54 centimeters. B is equal to 54 centimeters. What will you get? Minus 54 centimeters. You will get minus 54 centimeters. See, automatically the sign is coming minus. Now, what is this negative sign indicating? Minus means the image is formed in front of the mirror. Will move along minus x-axis. So the image distance is minus 54 centimeters. Okay, or you can say that it is 54 centimeters in front of the mirror. Okay, one and the same thing. Either you write it as minus 54 centimeters, or you can say that the image is formed at 54 centimeters where? In front of the mirror. Next, we will find out the height of the image. In order to find out the height of the image, we use the formula minus V by U. Height of the image, height of the object is 7 centimeters minus V here is minus 54, U here is minus 27. So simplify it and you get the answer to be 14 centimeters. Minus 14 centimeters. Now what is this negative sign indicating? Negative sign is indicating that the image is inverted. The image is formed below the principal axis. That is, the image is inverted. So height of the image is 14 centimeters below the principal axis. You can see here the height of the object is 7 centimeters and height of the image is 14 centimeters. It means the image formed is quite bigger. In large image it is quite bigger than the object. So the height of the image is bigger, twice the height of the object. It is double the height of the object. Okay, but it is negative. Okay, this negative is only indicating that the image is inverted image. Okay, that is, the image is formed below the principal axis. As the image is inverted, so what will be the nature of the image? It is inverted image. Inverted images are always real. So the image is real and inverted. Hence the image formed is real and inverted. So this how you solve the questions, you solve the numericals. First you will write which mirror is there. Whatever is given in the question, write all those values and write the formula and simplify it to get whatever you have to obtain it. So in this way you solve any numerical. So we have completed the numericals on the reflection part. Okay, the reflection by plane mirror, reflection by spherical mirrors, everything we have completed. Okay, now next we'll proceed to refraction. Okay, now the next is refraction of light. Reflection we have completed. Okay, now refraction. Reflection was a ray of light strikes a highly polished surface and by changing its direction, it returns back in the same medium. That is reflection. Now refraction. Refraction means a ray of light. Any ray of light which is obliquely passing from one transparent medium to another. It is obliquely. Obliquely means making some angle. A ray of light obliquely passing from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. It will not go straight. It will bend at the interface. It will bend at the line which is separating the two media. For example, let here it is air and here it is glass. A ray of light which is obliquely. Obliquely means making some angle. This is the surface which is separating the two media. Here it is air, here it is glass. Now this ray of light is obliquely passing from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. Both are transparent medium. From one transparent medium to another transparent medium. This will not go straight. At this interface separating the two media, it will bend. This bending of light, we call it as refraction. So how can we define refraction? A ray of light passing obliquely from one transparent medium to another transparent medium doesn't go straight, it bends at the interface. This bending of light, we call it as refraction of light. Okay, so write its definition. You should be with your book, copy, everything, pen. Write its definition. Write down a ray of light passing obliquely from one transparent medium to another transparent medium bends at the interface this bending of light this bending of light is called as refraction. This bending of light is called as refraction. And draw this figure, a ray of light, this we call it as the incident ray. And the ray which is refracted in the second medium. This ray of light is called as the refracted ray. So this ray of light we call it as refracted. And this ray is the incident ray. The angle formed here at this point we call it as the point of incidence. Point O is called as the point of incidence. Point of incidence. Draw this figure. Okay, and this N dash. We have drawn one perpendicular to the xy surface at the point of incidence. This N dash is called as the normal. Normal means we have drawn one perpendicular. This is called as the normal. Now this angle, which is formed between the incident ray and the normal, this is called as angle of incidence. So angle I is the angle of incidence. Here between the refracted ray and the normal. This angle we call it as the angle of refraction. Okay. Now reflection completed. Now we are coming to refraction. So this angle R is called as the angle of refraction. So make this figure a ray of light moving from air to glass. At the interface, it is bending. Okay, and this bending of light, we call it as refraction of light. And this ray, which is moving from the first medium to the second. Okay, again we call these diagrams to be ray diagrams. Ray diagrams means there should be rays. Rays means arrows should be marked over it. This ray is representing as the arrow is pointing from the first to the second. So this is the incident ray. Here, moving in the second medium. So this is called as the refracted ray. Okay, and draw the figure. Draw this figure. Mark all these angles. Angle of incidence, angle of refraction. Three rays here we have drawn. Incident ray, refracted ray, and this is the normal at the point of incidence. O is the point of incidence. Why? Because ray is incident at this particular point O. So O point is called as the point of incidence. Okay, draw the figure. Now let's see why the refraction occurs. Okay, because the speed of the light will be different in different medium. Like in air, it is traveling faster. As soon as it enters the other medium, glass, its speed becomes slower. So that is why it bends at the interface. Why it bends? Because the speed of the light is different in different medium. Okay, in air it is faster, in glass it is becoming slower. So, due to this reason, it bends at the interface. Now write down the refraction is due to, continue writing. Refraction is due to the change in the speed of light. The change in the speed of light as it enters the other medium. As it enters the other transparent medium. As it enters the other transparent medium. Okay, so the speed of light is different in different medium. That is why the refraction occurs. Okay, is it clear? Okay, then we'll discuss about optically rarer and optically denser mediums. Okay, like class 9th, what we have studied is mass density, physical density, which is mass upon volume. Now we'll study about optical density. Optical density means a medium may be optically denser or optically rarer. Okay, that we'll study it in the next class. That is tomorrow. We'll start from there. Optically rarer and optically denser medium. Okay, now whatever we have done, revise it. All these ray diagrams, draw it in your copy and practice it. These are very, very important. Now practice all these ray diagrams. Okay, now unmute yourself